Welcome back, players. It is the 4Play show.
What about him?
Yeah.
You have to do it when you're low on health, like Mario.
He's just like fucking screaming.
And
when you're in
Now
space.
sorry. Basically, now welcome back. We're experiencing. It's just really weird. Like the recording is jumping around and all that stuff. But basically, you will see once I leave this room. You'll see where I was.
Oh. So you can charge the light for
the green gem allows you to do that, by the way.
Yeah, the bulb that we got.
I guess that does something to. I guess that does something to ghosts, cause
Is that whole wall just like shaking?
it's a bunch of shelves and stuff.
And basically,
is he gonna plumb? No, he's gonna do a derpy animation.
Mario.
Whimsical.
Whoa.
And he gets tossed into the sink. Yeah, this is just too jokey to. And then he gets blasted by the sink.
basically a Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
You show that ceiling.
So what would you say the age demographic was of the first game? Target audience age level, maybe?
I'd say
compared to this game.
I'd say at least like 5 years younger.
You think so?
Yeah.
So so let's say like they were shooting for. What was the feel that you got that they were shooting for in the first Luigi's Mansion? 10 to 12, 13, 15. Like what were they?
I'd say it's a little bit wider for that one because it can either be kind of scary or you can just sort of go like this isn't that scary. I mean, come on, it's a Luigi game and it's sort of scary.
I think at its time it wasn't Resident Evil, but it was for what we have experienced in Mario up to that time.
Oh, Shining Ghost.
He is.
For what we experienced up at
He's
that
a
time.
ghost.
What is he here? We never got anything like Luigi's Mansion, which was terrifying in its own sense at the time.
The thing that actually made the GameCube one like fairly scary was the music. The music punctuation when ghosts appeared and then and the music when you're just walking through dark rooms. It was pretty damn creepy.
Well, music's powerful. I mean, you watch a scary movie, it's not scary if there's no sound.
Yeah.
That is true. Yeah, it's just overall, you really do get that feeling that this game was marketed for a younger audience. And
I like that, actually.
That this game is marketed for a younger audience?
No, I like the whole,
Yeah.
Because you guys did the Luigi's Mansion one, the first one, when I wasn't here. That's why I'm kind of just asking, like, okay, well, in the previous one, okay, because it does seem like the age demographic, maybe target audience on this one is a lot more playful.
Yeah.
8.
This one's like 8 and like around 8-ish. The other one you could like even dip up into the teens because it was still interesting to play. It had a bit of a difficulty curve to it with the boo ghosts that you could catch. They were extra. And with trying to get better rankings on the bosses, you didn't have to do perfect, but you could. I see.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I kind of don't like how you're kind of stuck in the room.
When a ghost is there?
Yeah, you have the option to escape.
Yeah.
That you
Unless it was a boss. Unless it was a boss, or if it was like specific rooms you got locked.
But you hear the whimsical music when the ghost comes out. It's like
And it doesn't feel like the music's trying to creep me out either. It's just sort of like clarinets.
So what do you think? So what do you think they were going for when they made the game? Were they going for, hey, look at the visuals and look at the neat traps that we put in? Are they trying to impress you with details? Are they trying to impress you with gameplay or environmental feel? Because it sounds like what you guys are talking about, environmental feel is the main theme of the first one.
Yeah, and in this one, it seems more like they're just sort of going like, hey, look at this kind of whimsical, cartoony world where all the ghosts are just, messing around like, blah, 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 blah.
There's a game, whatever, on the tip of my tongue. I can't think what it is.
Lesser than like it?
Hadouken!
To me, this feels like it's more like, ha ha, look at Luigi. This is funny, lighthearted, and playful.
It reminds me of, and this is going to be a bit of a tangent, of Transformers War for Cybertron. Because when you played that game, and if you've been, you like the lore, and you grew up with it, like, there's a lot of stuff that's like, oh man, this feels like a Transformer game. It's awesome. And then we go to the second game, Fall of Cybertron, and the entire game is fan service. Game is fun, but it doesn't feel like it's canonical anymore. Like the first one felt like it could be part of like the original story, whatever. The second one did not.
Jamal looks so disappointed.
I'm like, well, his movements during that entire thing, he went.
But okay, how do you feel about this? Like,
yeah. I'm getting bumped around by the screen. Oh, I'm so scared of getting digitized. Okay, when he did his victory jump thing, confetti burst out of his vacuum, which didn't make any sense to me. And then he kind of like meh and got derped around by the screen behind him, which I'm like, okay, you're interacting with the screen, but you're interacting with stuff exaggeratingly.
Is there anything happening on the secondary screen that we should be know about that's
Well,
different?
yes. It does. There's a mini map on your screen, and I believe, as far as I can remember, I believe that's it. Really, is like you'll know where to go if you're lost. Like when you get a key, the doorway you're supposed to use it on will light up on the map, so you're not completely like, what key is this for?
Okay, because I was wondering how they were going to do the control. So I guess everything is all based off the joystick and the D-pad for the controlling, like him in the vacuum.
Yes. Actually, the controls is something I did want to talk about.
Upgrades. That's cool.
Yeah, like the controls, basically, it's like you just use your slider pad to move around, and you can hold down B to run real quick. And then basically, when you use your poltergust, and wherever way you're facing, like when you're using it, you can actually hold the Y button to tilt it upwards, or like hold B to tilt it downwards to like just basically.
Okay, because that was something I was wondering about too.
And you don't really even need to like rotate the slider pad to catch ghosts. I mean, you still need to kind of pull away to reel it in.
Yeah.
But yeah, it hasn't really been a challenge.
Well, so far it seems like. Okay, so because if you're trying to collect ghosts, which is cool and all, but the main point of the game, I'm guessing, is to put the moon back together.
Yeah.
Okay, so it almost seems like the first level was just a giant side quest.
They're all a series of quests.
But that seemed like a side quest, though, because the main objective is to try to get pieces of the moon.
Yeah, I think you inadvertently do that through these quests.
Okay, because I was going to say, are you on your way to the next piece of moon, but you had to go through there first and do stuff? Or was that just kind of like, oh, well, here, get some ghosts?
I think it's just sending you guys.
It seems like this game is mission-based now.
Yeah, it used to be just, go through these certain sets of rooms until you get a boss, and then go back.
It's kind of like Metro.
Yeah, it wasn't spoon-fed you. Okay, now this is your mission. This is just filler. Here, fetch this for me. Do this.
Go get that moon.
I mean, you had a lot of time to explore in the first Luigi's Mansion. Just run around and... I mean,
But it also was a very short game, and I think their goal in this one is to make it a lot longer. I think that was probably why.
I suppose we'll find out how long it takes someone to actually beat this game.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that all these EGAD cutscenes don't slow the pace down either.
It kind of seems like it has, because we've had enough time to have like a full conversation during this one. And we had like 3 during his first, like, I'm coming here and get all these ghosts for me, I'm not going to do nothing, you do it all, Luigi. Well, he doesn't do anything!
It's true. Okay.
Okay, I can hear him humming the music, that makes me a little bit happier.
Yeah.
There might be a lot that we're missing.
They're still attacking you? I thought you sucked up all the ghosts. Why are those moving?
They're really horny, and they want Luigi.
I just realized something else as far as the music.
Fully orchestrated?
There's actual music playing in the mansion in this game, whereas in the GameCube one,
It was
the
just
only music
him.
that was playing was Luigi whistling humming.
There was some back, it was like the deep dun.
Yeah.
Dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun, dun.
Me have gear! Me have fly! Go!
Yeah, these
How
things.
does the gear go through the wall? Those are solid.
I don't.
Good question.
I don't even.
I don't even know.
I mean...
And he's still got the flashlight out. The lights are on.
Interrupt you again. You're like, here's your new thing you're supposed to pay attention to. Oh, by the way.
I'm all for suspension of disbelief. Like, and I'm sure that once we get past, like, the first world, as it was, because that was, like, saying, like, 1 something, 1 1, 1
Yeah,
2,
yeah, you're right.
or A something, or whatever it was. Well, I think once we're past whatever 1 or A is, that we'll finally get to the meat of the game.
Right.
I hope this mansion, this little house right here.
See, that... Okay, guys, before it closes, that door, I thought it was a trick door that span around.
Yeah.
And, see, it just closes on you. And I literally spent the next 2 minutes trying to figure out how to get the door to spin because it looked like it was a false door rather than a door that was just open.
Because it was really thick, wasn't it?
Yes.
It looked really thick.
Enjoy the silly music while I try to open the door.
Dun, dun, dun,
No.
dun.
The door does not.
Now, if this... Now, okay, you know the whole DS interrupting you thingy and whatnot. Now, if this level serves as just like kind of like a way to teach you how to play the game, like a tutorial kind of deal, and then it stops doing this throughout the rest of the game, okay.
Yeah.
Like, that is acceptable.
Yeah, I agree.
Otherwise, it's really
Otherwise,
annoying.
it's jarringly annoying.
Jarringly
I
annoying.
hope that.
Well, that,
Like, you're trying to get a feel for this damn game.
in
and
older
then-
games, like, well, back in like Nintendo days, you didn't.
But guys,
fucking get
guys, I don't
tutorials.
know if
And-
you can interrupt it. So just as a disclaimer to the people watching it, you can put this door if you put this button. I don't want anyone to do that. It's just okay, guys. For now, it seems like you can. I don't know. I haven't tried yet. But if you can ignore it, so much the better. But for now, it doesn't seem like we can. So.
What I was gonna say was back in like the olden days when you were just on like NES and Super NES, you rarely even got tutorials for shit.
Oh, of course
and
not.
nowadays it seems like they're like spoon feeding you how to do everything. I like the older ones because you kind of had to learn on your own. You learned what things did. You learned like, oh, if I do this, it'll combo with this. Holy crap, that makes a new whole command that I can do at random times.
Mario had a button. Oh look, you press A to jump on the Goomba.
N64.
You
Press
will
A to
press B
jump.
to run.
Watch out for these piranha guys.
I'll
You got
only
a
give-
fire flower. Press B to flip.
I'll only give one little defense to that, and it's because the Nintendo also only had 2 buttons.
Yeah.
That's the only defense I'm going to give it. They only had 2 buttons to work
I'm
with.
still
and a
trying to
D-pad.
open the door.
What about the Super E NES?
There's no excuse.
They had 4 buttons.
That's true. Like, if you look at Mega Man X,
And shoulders.
like, there's
X
no...
is the best example
Yeah.
for a game that has no tutorial.
I try
No
again.
tutorial, but you know what you're doing.
I
You're
thought
playing. Even if you're a dumbass.
By leaving the room that it would reset the door.
Yeah,
I
that-
thought I did something wrong.
That was completely random. It had nothing. It didn't really have anything leading up to the door. I didn't even get.
so
before
why
you did
taunt
that.
you like that? Just keep it closed.
I didn't even get that you were supposed to come over and close it, or else that ghost would never popped out of there with the key. That made no sense to me.
Yeah.
I would just think that door looks weird. Let me
And
try
now
to vacuum it, and I'm gonna leave.
Yeah, and now suddenly, like there's another way. I forgot how I got there, but I think it's gonna end here. So yeah, we basically run out of time, guys. We'll continue in the next episode. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. If you have any questions or comments about anything that we've mentioned here in this episode, just feel free to leave a comment, and we will answer them in video format. So stick around for the next episode. Take care.
Ba-da-da-ba-da-ba-ba-da.